Should you pursue formal cane training or should you be a self-taught cane user? The debate is coming up. Hey everyone, this is Matt. Welcome back to my channel, Blind to Billionaire. Should you pursue formal cane training or should you be a self-taught cane user? That's actually a really great debate question and something that I've been learning from a lot of my YouTube subscribers and people who have been commenting on my videos. I've been getting to know some of you really well, and I like to ask the question, have you gone through formal cane training or are you self-taught? And it's really interesting the different answers that I've been receiving from this question. Some people have gone through formal cane training and really enjoyed it and find that it's very useful to live a more independent life, whereas a lot of you are just like me and you haven't gone through formal cane training, but yet you still use a cane. Maybe it's periodically, maybe it's every day, or maybe it's just once in a great while. But you use that cane and you find that it's helpful when you have it out, but you maybe don't know exactly how to use it when you do have it out. So that's actually my situation. I haven't gone through formal cane training, but I do use my cane periodically. I would say I don't use it all that often, but when I travel, I like to use it through the airport, and when I'm navigating, when I exit the airport and I navigate around maybe like the outside of the airport and finding a taxi, and when we get to the hotel and things like that, I like using it then. And the reason I do is because it shows everybody that, you know, I'm low vision and people understand. The white cane is a universal sign that everyone understands around the world. You don't need to speak, you know, other languages to tell people that you're visually impaired. They just see the cane and they understand. So when I'm traveling abroad in non-English speaking countries, or as their primary language anyway, it's really nice to have the cane with me and just carry it around so that everyone understands. And we find that people are very receptive and respectful when they see that cane. So it's really nice to have. So going back to the question, should you pursue formal cane training? And it's something I've been going back and forth with. So going back to the debate question, should you get formal cane training or just be self-taught? That's something that I've been kind of going back and forth with for quite a while. I know that it would increase my independence and mobility to have formal cane training, but I'm also having a really hard time accepting the fact that that is my new lifestyle and that is something that I need in order to get out of the house if I want to do it alone. On occasion, I will maybe walk out of the house and walk down the street without a cane, and that, I have to say, is an incredibly stressful and very unpleasant experience. Even on streets that I've walked hundreds, possibly even thousands of times, I've been down these streets so many times, even when I walk and I don't have a cane or anything like that, it is so incredibly stressful. So that leads me to believe that I really should get the cane training, even though, like I just said, I'm just having a really hard time accepting it and going through with it. So currently it is early August, and this is, you know, still summer here in Minnesota, but it's also my favorite time of year. I love just being outside like I am right now, just enjoying the weather and just really enjoying just being outside and just enjoying life this time of year, because if you're from Minnesota or you're from the Midwest or anything, you know that winter encompasses about 6 or so months of our year. So it's just really nice to enjoy it while it's around. So it's a really good excuse for me to avoid cane training in the summer. But I'm actually looking into it a little bit more for this coming fall, maybe like October, November, when it starts to get pretty chilly around here and there's not a whole lot to do other than, you know, possibly sit inside and learn a few things. So I'm debating pursuing the formal cane training, because I know in the end, although it might not be pleasant to spend a few weeks or a few months, whatever the course is, to learn the formal cane training, in the end, it's ultimately going to make my life a lot easier. But like I said, just getting over that hurdle of actually pursuing it and following through and actually taking the classes is what I'm struggling with the most right now. And it seems like some of you that I've had conversations with have also been struggling with the same thing, just the reality that, you know, this is our life now. with vision loss, and it gets to the point where I am now with light perception. You know, I don't know how else someone would navigate the streets or go out in public alone without a cane if all you have is light perception. It's not realistic. So this might be somewhat of a bold offer, but if anyone lives here in Minnesota or the Midwest, I'm not really sure how many centers around this area offer cane training. I know there's actually a couple in downtown Minneapolis, which I've looked into. But if you live in the area and you have any interest in pursuing formal cane training, maybe leave a comment or question down below, and I'd love to talk with you. Possibly, if you're having the same struggles that I am with your pride getting in the way, maybe we could talk about it and possibly set something up to take these classes together this coming fall, or possibly over the winter sometime. I know there's a couple places, like I said, in downtown Minneapolis, one being Blind Inc., the second being Vision Loss Resources. So both of those are located downtown Minneapolis. And then there's actually another one in Duluth too. I'm not sure what the name of that one is, but I know there's another one there. So anyway, like I said, kind of a bold offer, but if you're having the same struggles that I am and you know that you need to take formal cane training, possibly we could do it together. Let me know. Leave a comment or question down below, or I'm sure there's a way to leave a private message somewhere on YouTube. If you want to do that, send me a message and we can talk, start getting to know each other, and possibly carve out some time this fall or winter and pursue the cane training together. I know for me, if I got to know somebody and took the cane training together with somebody that I know that would make me a lot more comfortable than just stumbling in there myself and probably falling down some stairs and running into a wall and tripping on a chair by myself. I'd be so frustrated that by the time I got to where I needed to go, I just want to turn around and leave. That's just how I am. I get frustrated when those things happen, and I don't want to do it. So yeah, anyway, I know it's a bold offer, but maybe we could do this together and hopefully change our lives and give ourselves more independence if we did that. So anyway, if you are someone that has gone through formal cane training, I'd also love to hear from you too. What was your life prior to the cane training, and what is your life now after the cane training? Do you find that you have a lot more independence and mobility now that you know how to formally use a cane? So if you're one of those people who has gone through formal cane training, I'd love to hear from you. Throw a comment down in the comments section and just let me know if you've had that training and how your life is different now after the training versus what it was before the formal cane training. So anyway, yeah, that's kind of the debate that I have about formal cane training versus self-taught cane training. If I had to choose between one or the other, I would definitely say that formal cane training is probably a much better idea than self-taught. However, for the time being, if you need a cane or you're just using a cane, definitely use a cane or have it out so that people actually know that you're visually impaired. I would definitely recommend that. But I would also recommend, at some point when you feel like it's right for you, go through and pursue the formal cane training. I can't speak too much of it because I haven't done it myself, but I know that someday when I actually do, my life is going to be a lot better and I'm going to have a lot more independence as a result of learning how to actually use a cane so that I can go out and about and do things on my own rather than always relying on someone else to help me when I'm out in public or if I just want to leave the house and go for a walk. So anyway, if you haven't done so already, do me a huge favor and subscribe to my channel. It's a relatively new channel. It's only been around for about 4 months, and I'm just trying to gain more viewership, subscribers, and just get my message and face in front of more people. So again, do me a huge favor, subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, if you have any comments or questions, just leave them down below, and I will see you again on a future video. Thanks again for watching. See you soon.